we just got this gravity wagon. It actually looks pretty decent. It's all galvanized, which means it's going to last a while. You got the inside here, which actually looks really decent. It looks like it was made really well because of all the bolts and how everything overlaps and everything. It's not just one piece welded in there. So I think this was designed at one point to be removable, which is really cool for a farmer. So, and then we got some top boards there. But, so the interesting thing and the problem we're having is that to fit in our barn, this thing in exactly how it is, but we always have like essentially a wall right here. So if we back this thing in like normal with that, then we're not going to be able to fit it into our barn. Now, the nice thing about this old, we have two ways to flip-flop it, if that's what you're wanting to do. You can either leave these bolts and unbolt it right here and right here on all four corners. Take those bolts out, which or your other option is to take out one bolt here, two here underneath on this front corner, and then another one or bolt. So you could take out those 6 or you could take out 8 bolts. So the choice is really yours. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I think we're going to try and take out the 6 bolts because it'll be, quote, easier. But I'm sure that's going to be a giant mistake at some point, and I'm going to regret that decision. But we shall see exactly what happens. And I believe this is what's called a 100 bushel, I believe is what the guy told me. But all we're doing is holding pig feed. It's fine. So after you fight the old gal to get her going and get her chained up, the wagon indeed floats. Now all I gotta do is get her spun and she'll be good to go. Well, it's all flipped. I was hoping that it'd be perfectly symmetrical. Being something really nice American made, you know, I was hoping that these bolt holes in here would be symmetrical with all sides, and these boards would be straight, and it'd be really simple just to plop it and use the exact same bolt holes. Yeah, it wasn't really that easy. Said it's flipped around the way we need her to be, and I'm gonna go put her away. Along with the gravity wagon door latches, I guess if you want to call them in. What we used to do is have all these tires here just stacked up against the door, keep this door from blowing around, so that way the wind doesn't take it and smash it against stuff. 3 tires in front, 3 tires in back, so it can't blow inwards and destroy stuff. And now I got just one nice 2x10 here. I got one more of these brackets, and I'll probably put either here or here. I haven't really decided, one of the two. And then this will be finished, and then all you'll have to do is walk up, pry up on this pretty hard because it's still pretty tight, and you can get access to everything behind this door. Just taking today to do some little stuff around the lot nicer. The more you do today, the less you got to do tomorrow. Last thing that I did today was move this latch. This latch has always been a pain. Before, you had to close them at the same time because this stuff like pushed too far out and you couldn't get a latch to it. It's again one of those situations where the doors don't line up perfectly, and when this all wasn't put in quite right. Obviously this is a little crooked, but I fixed it. I dropped it down a little bit, and now we can actually get it latched without too many issues. Well, this concludes our day of fixing up stuff around the, doing the little things. Had these brackets for a long time now, a couple weeks, and all I had to do was remember I had a bunch of bolts laying around and use them, because I was just going to use lag screws, lag bolts, whichever you prefer to call them. Then I remembered I had a bunch of bolts. Put that up there so it'll be a little easier for me to get in and out when I want the tractor. Even, doesn't look straight, everything seems all crooked. It's because this whole barn is leaning. So the one door, oh my, the one door is actually tilted down and the other door is tilted up, so it's not going to be even, and I had to try and do the brace, or the bracing in there, so that's part of it. The thing that I just saw is this giant split here, but that actually looks like it was or is a furring strip that's trying to hold, and that kind of bothers me. But at the same time, the barn's leaning, so if I fix that, this door and these brackets are going to look even worse. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But so that got done. Drilled the hole for our little chain here on this side, because it was on the back side. Now we got a nice chain to hold it up. I'm not worried about the slow moving vehicle sign, because we're never going to be taking this thing anywhere, or that's the plan at least. And I have other ones that I can throw on the back side without any issue.